What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Tony D2 Wild, checking in once again, back in the building today, guys, with the review of the upcoming Jordan 6 A Ma Maniére built for this. Now, the Jordan 6 built for this is set to release on November 21st, and right now it's actually a link, if you check the link down below in the description, to A Ma Maniere's website, where there's actually a countdown going on this particular shoe. Now, at first I heard it was a raffle, but the way that the countdown is looking, at least, it's either going to be first come, first serve, or a raffle. So just check out the link. You'll see the countdown. It's there in full effect. Now, there's two different colorways. Supposedly there's a cell colorway, but the one that we're showing today is the Smoky Mauve Black Diffuse Taupe Cameo Rose. But on the box I have right here, calling it like an ash or a burgundy ash. But this is the colorway. And the overall story behind this particular model that you see right here is a sneaker that storyline is built by resilience, earned celebration, perseverance through unseen pressure, discipline that shapes your character, and honoring the people that poured into us. It's a celebration for people who have endured and built through adversity, and then at the end arriving with grace and purpose. That's coming from A Ma Maniére themselves. Now, one of the big things also is the actual box itself. Now, the overall box is a pretty standard, all blacked out. You have a little bit of A Ma Maniére branding and the Jumpman logo, then the typical A Ma Maniére logos featured on the back and the box itself. That's actually like textured. But when you open the box, you have this very, very dope portrait right here. Now, this was done by Jammie Holmes. And this particular artwork is stated to be called Malcolm, and you can see it depicts a young man attending a Malcolm X speech. That expression that you see there is an exhaustion and hope, symbolizing the transformation of courage and change. So this portrait, very dope overall. I actually went and followed Jammie Holmes after seeing this, and I see that he's done tons of artwork and very, very, very talented. Now, about the shoe itself, this is the first Jordan 6 collaboration alongside with A Ma Maniére. And what they did here is give you this very nice upper nubuck, a premium nubuck, but they did something also different, and that was removing the actual humps from the Jordan 6 that are very apparent on this model. They removed them, but then swapped them out for this bone-like structure featured where the pods or those humps would normally go. And you've seen these very subtle before in similarity to like GS models. But they decided to do this on a full-on adult side model, and it's a definite twist that I like a lot. They've also kind of kept it very A Ma Maniére-like with swapping out the actual lining and doing a different type of stitch pattern that you can see here, where it's kind of like stitched at the top instead of that typical leather with that inner lining, sock line that kind of rolls over. Everything is kind of at the top and pressed together for a pretty uniform overall stitch pattern. They always had that A Ma Maniére quilted type of interior, but not in that wine or burgundy colorway, but more in a lighter colorway. The A Ma Maniére logos featured also on the back of the tongue, as you can see here. You got Nike Air on the insole, which is also another twist with it having the Nike Air on the back instead of your typical Jordan brand. But that's something that we've seen a lot of A Ma Maniére collaborations also feature as well. You got a more of a milky, translucent type of outsole from the standard tinted blue, more of a milky, cloudy-like type of outsole. I like that a lot. And these go true to size for the most part. So if you're someone that's used to 6s in general, definitely this is something that's pretty standard as far as that goes. The quilted on here, though, does take a lot of that overall extra cushion. So you may feel that it's slightly, a little bit looser than typical, but I didn't have that issue, and it didn't feel a little bit, it didn't feel different to me when it came to this. These do come with 2 sets of laces, one which is in that kind of like a yellowish, I don't want to call it sail, but it's very close to it, but it's in between of like yellow and white. You can see right here, and then black. And these laces are actually kind of like the same way as with the standard laces that have this almost like semi wax feel, not too much. You can still see the fuzz and the cotton, but it has a little bit of a shine to go along with it. The lace locks are in that wine or burgundy type of look. The tongue itself, I ain't gonna lie, I don't know if my eyes are playing tricks on me, because I want to say it's black, but it has this almost brown, deep brown type of look overall. Very similar to what you could see also on the side panels. Like, that is not black, it's a very, very, very like dark brown to the point where it's almost black. And you can see that's being utilized also on the back, on the spoiler, as well as on the Nike Air, and as stated before, on the midsole and portions of the outsole. This is the first Jordan 6, and as I stated before, some people may have that A Ma Maniére fatigue or, you know, this kind of over it, but I think that this is a nice enough spin and twist, one on the colorway itself, but also on the actual model and it being a 6. Now, we've had something similar with the Jordan 4, a colorway that was similar, but we do know that a lot of the previous A Ma Manières over time have been white with that burgundy, and then we did have the Jordan 4 that was more of that dark burgundy overall and all over. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but there was a Jordan 4 that came out afterwards that had a very, very close color to this one. But now we have it here with a twist on the Jordan 6. And I like this one, I like it. There is another 4 coming out soon as well, which is like an mocha colorway, and I can understand where some people have that issue. Me personally, like, I do like this particular model, and I do like this color, but I think the biggest thing that makes me like this and would attract me to actually picking this up over other ones like the 5s that they've dropped, I think 3 or 4 different colorways on, is the fact that this is a brand new model, as I stated before. This is a 6. And I like the 6. The 6 is my birth year, 1991, and that's another reason why I kind of like the fact that they did it, swapped it up, and, you know, switched out a whole different like model altogether. So I do like these a lot. These are going to be available, and I don't think that I've seen so far these being available at other stores, which may play in part of these being a more higher demand or a more limited release. And what I mean by that is typically A Ma Maniére drops their sneaker, and then a week later, other retailers and boutiques get it. From right now, at this point, as we speak, I do not know any other boutiques that are getting these in as of today. Now, that could change, but right now, these are dropping on the 21st, which is technically tomorrow, and I don't know anybody else who are getting these later on. Supposedly, there's a sale colorway dropping, and maybe that sale colorway is the one that will go out to the masses or as a general release, because there's not that much information about it, but there are pictures of that floating around. But these are dropping tomorrow on A Ma Maniére, and I will leave a link down below in the description. But let me know you guys' thoughts and opinions as always. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And I'm going to see y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace.